Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew Connors. I'm the managing director here at Fairport Wealth and chair of our Business Owners Practice Group. And this is our monthly edition of the Minding Your Business newsletter. And this is a newsletter we put out each month to share insights so that hopefully business owners and the advisors that advise them can help them lead inspired lives. And it's getting to be that time of the year where we start working with a lot of clients and having a lot more conversations around family and wealth and gifting around wealth rather. And so this is always an interesting topic and an interesting conversation. And I think as advisors, we're always looking for ways to help business owners, people like yourselves, do things from a more intentional perspective. And when it comes to family gifting, that is an area that we think there's a lot of room to be more intentional. For example, oftentimes when we're helping facilitate a lot of family gifting, clients will often just journal funds, write checks, send wires, and that annual act of gifting is really becoming more of a transaction. And how do we essentially take this event of annual family gifting and make it more weighty? And a great way to do that, we think, is writing what is essentially amounts to a love letter to the people who are going to be recipients of those gifts. And maybe this is best illustrated by sharing a story. And so actually, I'm going to share a story from my own personal family. So in our family, it has been a tradition that during certain milestones, a grandparent will make a gift to a grandchild. And so I remember growing up, when I graduated high school, my grandfather made a gift to me as a present graduating high school, and it was a meaningful gift that I put towards college tuition. And so I, for those of you who don't know, have twin boys, and we just crossed that meaningful threshold in our household. So they're both now students at Ohio State University. And my father, their grandfather, wanted to make a gift to them to celebrate this milestone also. And it was this similar conversation was, should I write them a check? Should I wire money into an account for them, Andrew? How would you like me to approach this? And that's where I kind of said to my father, let's put the brakes on this for a minute. Let's slow down. What is it you're actually looking to accomplish here? This is a really meaningful event in your grandchildren's lives, graduating high school, going off to college. And what we have is an opportunity here for you to really share some messages around lessons that you've learned that are important to them, and to make this gift intentional and have it be weighty. And so what I said to my father was, I think you should write a letter to your grandkids. And that letter should really encompass three things. First and foremost, maybe go into a little bit of detail about the relationship you have with them and what it means to you. Secondly, what are three things in life that you feel you've learned that you would like to share with them, that you think they might be able to glean some value from? And thirdly, what's the most important lesson or most important idea that you want to share for them? And my father thought this was a great idea, and he probably spent a week easily crafting different versions of this letter and so on. And so he and my mother took my kids out to a special dinner, just the four of them, and used that as an opportunity to gift them these letters and gift them these gifts. And so when the boys came home and I asked, how was dinner with grandpops, they were obviously a little quiet and a little taken back. And they pulled out the letter that my father had written them, and they each had separate letters, even though they're twins and they're obviously different. And so I got the opportunity to read what my father had written, and I was really touched about what he had shared about his life and things that are important to him with his kids. And so oftentimes when we work with clients, we encourage this similar type of best practice. Rather than just writing a check, write a letter, write something that has meaning with it. We think that will help make what can be sometimes a clinical financial transaction into a family wealth, values, life lessons learned kind of moment. And so to kind of cap off this story, we were helping our kids move into their dorm room. And my one son had the envelope that he kept by his bedside. And I said, wow, You have Grandpop's letter on your bedside. And he goes, yeah, I want to keep it near me in case I want to read it during the school year. And so I thought that was really meaningful that that letter meant that much. If that's something that is of interest to you, reach out. There's always an email somewhere at the bottom of this newsletter that I'll send you the primer for that. But there's other ways, maybe if you want to engage in and around family and wealth conversations. Family philanthropy, usually as we get towards the end of the year, oftentimes we're thinking about those charities and causes that are important to us. And how as a family do we want to direct funds towards those organizations? And so including other family members in those discussions and what you're thinking is meaningful. That helps create a sense of gratitude at a family level that is important, and that's a great lesson to learn. It also shows what causes are important to the family and also kind of instills a sense of community that this is an important cause that we feel we want to be committed to. Another idea to think about is what we call family matching. So if you have a grandchild that is maybe working, has their first job, to the extent that they're saving some money, offer to say to them, for every dollar you save in your retirement account, I'll save you $1 in there also. There's a lot of little ways, but those are just a couple ways between the family philanthropy, matching savings, and most importantly, and I think most impactful, the love letter that you can do so around this time of year, you can have more authentic and intentional conversations around wealth with your family and the people that are important to you. Hope you're doing well and stay healthy.